They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier. His teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Let's go. And cycle.
On first and 10, it's Hall. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on third and long following the sack. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as they drew it up in practice.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Hall. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Breece Hall, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Young Wei Koo, the kickoff for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go play action here on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
17 yards on the play.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
He'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Packers first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give running right is Hall. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Ready, break.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. On play action, they'll throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the ball is knocked out. And the Packers pick it up. And some space here. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now back to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hall on a give up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Hall again on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. But 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll drop to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They set the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll give to Hall.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and 3. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go ultra. Watch out now. 52. Ready?
Hall again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
10 cycles.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They go play action here on first down. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson.
73 yards.
And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
And now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Hall again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. Past the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Packers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go, set.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Hey, close field. Right through. Field, right.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Give to Hall running right. And he's got room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. One more time with Hall. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So will no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to throw. This complete to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers come up with a late turnover. And it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the